Signs in the sun, moon, and stars. Welcome to The Watch. Today we'll explore the Great Wedding Betrothal. The ancient Hebrew betrothal period was almost a year-long period where the bridegroom went to prepare a home for his bride. What we find on December the 25th, 2019 is a wedding ring eclipse. Exactly 6 months later, on June the 21st, 2020, we find another wedding ring eclipse. On December the 14th, 2020, we have a total solar eclipse. This is a 354-day lunar year, matching the Great Betrothal period. This could possibly be the great escape of the bride. Let's take a look at Stellarium. Here we go. What we see here, let me pull up the date, is December the 25th, 2019. Jerusalem, we see the sun and the moon aligned during the eclipse, with the sun and the moon in the arc or the bow of Sagittarius. At the same time, we find Jupiter, the king planet, at the very, very, very top of the boat, as if Jupiter, the king planet, is the captain of the boat. We also find Mercury, who has just come out of the Hupa, which is the spot that is between the legs of Ophiuchus. Mercury has just come out. This is the beginning of the betrothal period. Now what we're going to do is look 6 months later. Excuse me while I take the time to get this alignment correct. Here comes the moon and the sun. There we go. Let's go in a little closer so we can get this correct. So on 6:20, at the end of the day in Jerusalem time, we find the sun and the moon aligning again in a wedding ring eclipse. It does not show up here in Jerusalem that way because it showed up in America that way. Here we go, the wedding ring eclipse. We also see Neowise is marking this eclipse. Neowise is in the constellation of Orion at the time of this wedding ring eclipse. Now what we're going to do is go 6 months later. and we want to show you what we've found. So if we look here, let's scroll out so you can see this happening. If we scroll back and we look at this alignment, we can see Jerusalem time. And remember, this is the line of the huppah. And it looks like about 10:10. The sun and the moon aligned together as if they were coming out of the huppah. For those of you who have not done your Madras studies, it's time to go do some deep research into Ophiuchus, and to also look at this area of Ophiuchus that is like a tent. This area of a tent between the legs is the protected place. It is immediately before all of the planets enter into the Golden Gate, and it is immediately after Libra. And if you've done your Mazarah studies, Libra is the altar. The planets come through Virgo as if they are born, and they go into the altar, and they go into the protected place, and then they enter the gate. Our gate is the Golden Gate and the Silver Gate. And we have Mercury here, Mercury being on the threshold as if to be the messenger of the great wedding. On December the 14th at 10:10, this would be AM in Jerusalem time, the sun and the moon exit the huppah together. This is your year-long betrothal period. To find the sun and the moon and Mercury together at the end of the betrothal period, coming out of the huppah together as they enter into the Golden Gate, is a great sign. We have the sun and the moon and the stars all aligning for a great and wondrous story.